Have you ever heard of the Book of Enoch? This ancient text, often associated with biblical figures, has been a subject of fascination and controversy for centuries. But what makes the Book of Enoch so intriguing? Where does it come from, and why isn't it in the Bible we know today? Today, we will dive into these manuscripts. So, who was Enoch in the Bible? The Bible mentions two distinct individuals named Enoch, each playing a unique role in the scriptures. The first Enoch is the son of Cain, who killed his brother Abel in a fit of rage. The second Enoch, perhaps the most famous, is introduced in Genesis chapter 5. This Enoch is the great-grandson of Adam and the father of Methuselah, being a direct descendant of Seth. At 65 years old, he becomes a father and walks with God for an unforgettable 300 years before being taken to heaven, a unique event often described as a rapture. He is associated with exceptional purity and holiness. His son Methuselah is famous for having lived 969 years, the longest lifespan recorded in the Bible. Moreover, Enoch is the great-grandfather of Noah, whom God chose to build the ark and save humanity and the animals from the great flood. This places Enoch in a highly significant line of descent, directly linking him to crucial events in the biblical narrative. Before we proceed, if you are curious about the Bible and enjoy biblical stories, subscribe to the channel and leave a like. And what is the Book of Enoch? The Book of Enoch is an ancient and fascinating work, divided into 5 distinct sections. In the first section, we have the emergence of the Nephilim or giants. This section describes how the Nephilim, a race of giants, appeared on earth. They are the result of the union between fallen angels and human women, something that should not have happened, being one of the reasons for the flood. The second section focuses on prophecies about the Messiah and the end times. Enoch recounts visions and prophecies that provide a detailed view of the coming of the expected Redeemer and the culmination of human history. This book explores themes of redemption and final judgment, offering a prophetic framework of the last days. In the third section, we have the astronomical book. Enoch receives insights about celestial bodies such as stars, the sun, and the moon. An angel explains the nature and movement of these bodies, introducing a solar calendar that differs from the traditional lunar calendar observed in Judaism. The fourth book presents a vision of the historical journey of the people of Israel, covering events from ancient times, such as the flood and the Exodus, to the construction of the first and second temples. The last section of the Book of Enoch offers much wisdom and knowledge left by Enoch to his descendants. It includes teachings intended for future generations, describing the nature of the righteous and the sinners. This volume is filled with prophecies and visions, such as the rise of the Antichrist. The Book of Enoch is a fascinating text, bringing clarity about unknown beings, celestial bodies, and prophecies, but its dating and authorship raise many questions. The Book of Enoch is generally dated between 300 and 200 BC. This period places its composition between the Old and New Testaments, at a time when Judaism was undergoing various transformations and theological developments. Despite its antiquity and interest, the Book of Enoch is not considered part of the Holy Scripture or the biblical canon. The main reason why the Book of Enoch is not included in the biblical canon is the absence of defining characteristics that mark a text as inspired by God. The canonization process, formalized around 397 AD, involved rigorous criteria to determine which writings would be considered part of the Holy Scriptures. This includes the necessity for texts to have been recognized by the community as inspired expressions of God's will. During the canonization process, criteria such as doctrinal orthodoxy, universal use in Christian communities, and agreement with other recognized writings were considered. The Book of Enoch did not meet these criteria established by the early church for inclusion in the canon, thus being left out of the 66 books established in the Bible. Despite its exclusion from the canon, the Book of Enoch has been included in certain groups and traditions within Christianity. These groups may value the book for its rich narratives and unique insights into themes like angels, prophecies, and the end times. In conclusion, the Book of Enoch is fascinating but remains outside the recognized biblical canon. I hope this video has provided valuable information, and I want to know your opinion. What do you think of the Book of Enoch? And were these the only reasons